I've been working on building my own lightsaber, and I just wanted to walk you through a little bit of what I have so far. So I've got everything powered by this Arduino Pro Mini. Down here, that's this blue board. And really, the heart of this is I have these three MOSFETs that allow the Arduino to turn high power on and off from this RGB, super bright RGB, which you can see down at this end connected to this heat sink. So this heat sink, I'll just go through the whole line here. So this heat sink was an old CPU heat sink, and we milled it out on a milling machine. And so you can see it turned out to be really cool. 3D printed this housing, which I designed in FreeCAD, and we've got a power button that goes in here. I've got a knob that I can adjust the brightness, or if I push down this button and adjust the knob, I can adjust the color. The light and all of the buttons and inputs can connect into this part. There's the Arduino microcontroller, and then here are all of the FETs that I can turn it on and off with. And then for the battery, I was looking around, and I really believe that these power banks that like you charge your phone with are actually a really good solution for this. So I bought this power bank, and it came in this little cylindrical tube, and there was this little clip on the side of it. You can kind of imagine how it looked when it was new. And I pulled this off, sawed this thing off, and I mean, this thing will fit perfectly inside a lightsaber hilt. What's really nice about this battery is because it's a lithium battery, it's able to source all of the current that these high power LEDs need, but it already has USB charging circuitry built in. So I don't need to do anything with that. And there's also a boost converter on here that brings the battery voltage, even when it drops down because of the high current draw, the boost converter keeps this output pin at 5 volts. So that means even when the LEDs start drawing lots of current, the Arduino will not reset because this keeps the power up high enough. And that was the biggest issue that I had designing this for a while. So tapping into this boost converter, I think, is the solution to that problem. So now that I have figured out how to solve this power issue, I'm ready to start designing the housing for this battery so that it can slide into here in a kind of modular fashion. And so what I did is I went over here in FreeCAD. This is FreeCAD 0.18.4, and I designed a pommel. So this thing is going to slide into the end of here, and it kind of tapers out, and then I've designed it with this little inset lip in here, so this will just slide in and sit flush. There's a little slot for the wires to go up so that they can run along through here to the rest of the saber, and then this thing will seat nicely inside my PVC pipe. And so I was able to design this all for free using FreeCAD, and now I'm 3D printing it. All right, so let me snap off the little raft here. Looks like my support didn't work out great, so I had to cut around this to get it off. I'll have to do a little bit of cleanup with that. Now I'm just getting this all cleaned up since my support didn't quite work the way I intended it to. All right, now time to insert this thing. Well, as you can see, I got everything to fit. There's the channel for the wires, so they can sit inset in there. It's not quite as pretty as I was envisioning, but that's really good for a prototype still. We should be able to then take this and slide it in. Boom. I just noticed when I put the battery in, it definitely gives it a little bit more weight. It's starting to feel like a real saber now. And now I'm just resoldering some of the connections for the power. Now that I realized I can hook the Arduino up to the 5-volt boost converter on the USB power bank. And then I'm just going to hook up the LEDs directly to the battery power. And then as long as I have pull-down resistors on my MOSFETs, whenever the Arduino is off, these LEDs will all get automatically shut off. And so I can put the main power just to the Arduino as the kill switch. Right, so I've got all of the power circuitry rewired. Everything's hooked up. This is still modular here. And when I hit the power switch, you can see the Arduino fires on and boom, look at that. So I can use this knob here to adjust the brightness. You can see as I spin this guy, it dims. And then I can also, when I press that button in, I can change the color to anything I want. So there, let's see if we can find like a Mace Windu sorta. There you go. Turn up the brightness. So, multicolor lightsaber. All of the lighting works. So one thing I'm noticing is that this is about where everything would be, and as compressed as it gets is about here, and that would only allow my blade to go in halfway from what I've designed for. So I'm gonna now try to condense this. It looks like I can probably just move the Arduino over or under the MOSFET power control board, and that'll cut out a good 2 inches from this design. And here, as you can see, I was able to condense the electronics down. I even added a couple nice connectors there, and everything now fits into a 12-inch saber.